Hello and welcome to French Philosophers React, a philosophical take on the news headlines for today, August 27th, 2024. This is an AI-generated podcast and can make mistakes. Use it for generating possible ideas, but don't rely on it as an authoritative guide to the news or to the details of French philosophy. In the news today, a flood surge in eastern Sudan has burst through a dam, destroying at least 20 villages and killing dozens of people. Torrential rains overwhelmed the Arbat Dam on Sunday, causing widespread devastation. The UN reports that around 50,000 people have been affected by the flooding, with many more missing. The disaster is exacerbated by Sudan's ongoing civil war, which has diverted resources away from infrastructure maintenance, leaving dams, roads, and bridges in disrepair. The government reports at least 132 deaths due to floods across the country this year. So what might French philosophers have to say about this news item? The devastating flood surge in Sudan that burst through a dam, destroying villages and killing dozens of people, serves as a poignant reminder of the intricate web of relationships between human societies, technology, and the natural world. This catastrophic event can be seen as an exemplification of the philosophical ideas of Bruno Latour, who has extensively written about the interplay between humans, non-humans, and the environment. In his book, We Have Never Been Modern, Latour argues that the modernist notion of a clear distinction between nature and society is a false dichotomy. He posits that human societies have always been entangled with the natural world, and that our actions have consequences for both humans and non-humans alike. The story of the flood surge in Sudan illustrates this point perfectly. The torrential rains that overwhelmed the Arbat Dam were not just a natural occurrence, but also a consequence of human activities, such as deforestation, land degradation, and climate change. Furthermore, Latour's concept of hybridity can be applied to understand the complex relationships between humans, technology, and the environment in this context. In his book, The Politics of Nature, Latour argues that hybrids are entities that combine human and non-human elements, such as machines, animals, and plants, which are often ignored or downplayed in modernist narratives. The dam itself is a hybrid entity, comprising both human-made structures and natural materials, which interact with the surrounding environment in complex ways. The fact that the dam was overwhelmed by the flood surge highlights the limitations of human control over nature. As Latour notes in Pandora's Hope, humans have always sought to dominate and control the natural world, but this endeavor is ultimately futile. The story of the Sudanese flood serves as a reminder that our attempts to manipulate and control the environment can have unintended consequences, which can be devastating for both human societies and the natural world. Moreover, Latour's idea of actor network theory, ANT, provides a useful framework for understanding the complex networks of relationships between humans, technology, and the environment in this context. ANT posits that actors, whether human or non-human, are not isolated entities, but rather nodes within larger networks that interact and influence one another. The flood surge in Sudan can be seen as an event that resulted from the interactions of multiple actors, including the dam, the rains, the surrounding landscape, and the humans who built and maintained the dam. The story also highlights the critical role of infrastructure in shaping human societies and their relationships with the environment. As Latour notes in Reassembling the Social, infrastructure is not just a collection of physical structures, but also a network of relationships between humans, technology, and the environment. The failure of the dam in Sudan serves as a reminder that infrastructure is not just a technical issue, but also a social and environmental one. Finally, the devastating consequences of the flood surge in Sudan underscore the need for a new way of thinking about human societies and their relationships with the natural world. As Latour argues in Facing Gaia, we need to move beyond modernist notions of control and domination over nature and instead adopt a more humble and reciprocal approach to the environment. This requires recognizing the agency and autonomy of non-human actors, such as the rains, the dam, and the surrounding landscape, and working with them rather than against them. In conclusion, the story of the flood surge in Sudan serves as a powerful reminder of the intricate web of relationships between human societies, technology, and the natural world. Through the lens of Bruno Latour's philosophical ideas, we can gain a deeper understanding of the complex interactions that led to this catastrophic event and the need for a new way of thinking about our place within the environment. Thank you for listening to today's episode of French Philosophers React. Be sure to come back tomorrow for more reflective takes on the day's news.